Well, good evening, everyone. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. At the beginning of this session here, I would like for you to unmute your uh, your sound, and I want you to turn on your video, please. Excellent. All right. Of course, if you've gotten my announcements / emails, my name is Michael Williams, and I'm going to be your instructor for AET 123, session 550 for the next 15 weeks. Okay. Of course, all of our meetings are going to be held via Zoom, and of course, our class starts at 5:30. But at each class, at the beginning of each class, I'm asking you to join the meeting by at least 5:15. That gives me an opportunity to take attendance right before we actually get started. Okay, so I see we have everybody here, basically, in one person. That's very good. Well, let's see how we're going to get started. Let me share my screen with you. I'm sure everybody has received the welcome announcement / email. Okay. It just reiterates what I just covered. Okay. This particular course is in two parts. There's assignments that whereas you're going to be using manual drafting techniques to complete them. And then the second part is going to be, we're going to be using a CAD program called Google SketchUp for our final design assignment. Okay. In order to complete the manual drafted assignments from home, you will need the following tools, and we're going to cover these more specifically as we move forward. You're going to need a T-square, a portable drafting board, okay, or either one, T-square or a portable drafting board, drafting kit, the brush, adjustable triangle, compass, French curves, better known as irregular curves, a lead pointer, a 2mm H lead, a circle template, and a 1/4" home planning template. Many of these you will not need at the onset of these assignments, but will be added as we continue through the assignments. All right. Of course, all of these can be purchased from the Stanton campus. What we're going to supply free of charge to you is the 11x17 vellum sheets that we're going to be using to complete our drafting assignments. 11x17, okay? Now, I've already created packets, which I sent you an email earlier concerning that. I've created the packets. They're in the library, waiting for you to pick them up. Okay, this is the information that you need to be aware of. That you must email the library at Stanton at that URL to schedule a pickup time. Packets will be available Tuesdays that time, Thursdays that time. Okay, you can call the library ahead at this number here to schedule an alternate time if that's allowed. Okay? Of course, we're still on the under COVID-19 regulations. So when you arrive at the campus, you would enter the front entrance. Of course, you need your mask, and then you will need to answer a few COVID screening questions from public safety. And then you need to inform them that you are picking up the packet from the library. And to make it easier for you, a photo ID would be great, whether it's your license or whether it's your actual student ID. Okay? All right. The second announcement email that I sent today just affirms what I just said, that the drafting packets are now available, and you can actually contact the library for pickup. Okay. Now, these vellum sheets is the drawing medium that we're going to be doing all of our finished work on. Okay. So when you pick up your packet, okay, please do not fold the vellum sheets. You need to keep them flat. Okay, keep them flat. All right. And in good condition. I think I've given you each student about 11 sheets, and that should be more than enough that we need to complete our drafting assignments. Pardon me. All right. Any questions about that part so far?
Are we using regular printer paper for exercises?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Now, when you mean when you go to print your assignments,
Yes.
you using regular printer paper?
Well, I was looking on here. We have like several exercises that'll be due in the coming week. I noticed the the lettering exercise number 1, like you print out the actual exercise and you.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
So it's just printer paper, right?
Just regular printer paper.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
I have one.
Sure.
So I'm actually down by the Dover campus. So getting the vellum sheets probably isn't the easiest thing for me to do.
Sure.
I can probably just buy some of those. Are there any specific ones that I need to look for? Or?
Well, what's specific is the actual size. Okay.
Okay.
11 by 17.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can't alter the size. So just see if you can buy some 11 by 17 vellum sheets.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions so far? Okay. So let's go to contents here. And let's go to getting started. Okay, so let's start with my instructor information. Don't let that picture scare you, okay? It's going to be all right. Don't let it scare you. All right. A little bio here. I've been in the architectural profession for a number of years. Okay. I started my education at Del Tech as well. Started at the Owens campus. Okay. Graduated from there in 1970, something like that, 74. Okay. I took design courses in the School of Architecture at Drexel University, Philadelphia, PA, and I have over 20 years of actual practice in architecture, okay, which includes residential and commercial construction, documentation, project coordination and design, and I've served as an architectural designer for several local architectural firms, okay? So I've been on the actual practicing part of this profession, and I love it. So again, my strength is architectural. All right, of course, I'm an adjunct instructor, AET department. This is my email, my college email address. This is my personal cell phone number here for contact purposes. However, my preferred means for you to communicate with me is through my college email, okay? But of course, if needs be, you can text me or you can call me on my cell phone. I will try to respond to your emails within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. Emails received after 4:30 on Friday will be answered by noon on Monday. Okay, so let's go back up. Okay, let's go to course expectations. I'm going to go back here. Good. I see this is a reference to CET 240. That's an error. Okay, I will correct that. This is AET 123, so I will correct that. Okay. So let's look at the course expectations. This course provides training and experience in modern drafting room procedure, practice, and principles. Even in this era of CAD and all of that, architectural designers, architects in general, still need to have the ability to effectively communicate graphically. This is why we still teach manual drafting, because it's a tool that every architect or every architectural designer should have. And that's why that's why I still being taught. Pardon me. Okay. Our topics include basic drafting skills, techniques of drafting, freehand, orthographic, and pictorial sketching, geometric construction, multi-view, projections, sectional views, auxiliary views, line types, lettering, that correction as well, lettering, dimensioning, notation, and the use of drafting equipment, and computer-aided design using the Google SketchUp software. Okay, so let me pause for a second. How many people already have some drafting experience, manual drafting experience?
I do.
I do. I did it for about 4 years throughout high
excellent.
school.
Through where?
Cape.
Okay, good. All right. Anybody else?
I took a drafting class at a college a few years ago, similar
Okay.
to this one.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's good. So, pardon me?
I do also have experience in high school.
Okay, excellent. Good. So the rest of you are this is new to you. All right. Does anybody have any experience using Google SketchUp software?
I do.
Yeah, me as well.
Good.
A little bit, yes.
Good. That's good. All right. So my primary objective is to train you to communicate graphically in an effective and professional manner. All right, professional manner. Using standard architectural methods and techniques. Okay, the course is divided into 2 parts. Okay, part 1, the manual drafting assignments. The manual drafting assignments includes five assignments. These assignments are designed to introduce fundamental drafting techniques, including the use of proper line weight and associative line layered types, that is. Okay, I'm dealing with this little cold thing here, so forgive me. Is the design assignments, okay? These assignments are designed to use residential drafting and design techniques and applications. The design program involves adding a kitchen addition to an existing residence. The final part of the design assignment is the creation of a digital 3D model of the edition using Google SketchUp software. So you're going to have fun with that. This course, of course, will be conducted via a distant learning format. Okay, and I'm going to make every effort to make this as user friendly as I can. Okay, well, these are some things that some items here, little bullet points that that architectural designers, have to be proficient in. Okay, understand problems, paying attention to detail. Research is a big part of architectural design. Okay, staying up to date on the latest technology, being able to follow instructions, and of course, hard work never hurts. All right, we've kind of covered the course materials previously. They're just relisted here again. Okay, we're going to cover them in particular momentarily. These are some ground rules and tips for success in taking an online course. I'm not going to cover all those. Okay, and in terms of late work, okay, in particular with the drafting assignments, they are going to have due dates, okay? And I'm going to be leaning it with the first drafting exercise. Because again, some of you have experience, some of you do not. Okay, so I just want to make it fair for everyone. But probably after starting with the second assignment, okay, I'm going to hone in on those due dates for the assignments. Okay? So each assignment will have a due date. Submission of assignments by their due dates is required to avoid late penalties. There will be a 5% grade reduction penalty applied to assignments submitted late. We are not having test exams as it were. You are going to be listening to some or viewing some instructional videos, and those videos are some of them. They're going to be an associative online quiz that you need to take. Okay, so you really need to just hone in on that, because those little online quizzes will represent 10% of your grade. All right, so just make sure you stay on top of that. So again, to reiterate that, the quizzes, here's the evaluation measurement table. The quizzes amount to 10%, drafting exercises, 30%, design assignments, 30%, and the 3D model for our final project at the end, 30%. Any questions about that? Okay. We're talking about the discussion board a little bit later. Okay. But this is an environment for you to actually ask questions, right? Directed toward me or directed toward some of your peers, and we can use that pool to provide you the answers that you actually need, either from me or from one of your peers. Okay. At the completion of each drafting assignment, okay, you need to submit it to me through D2L. Here's how we're going to do this. Okay. After the completion of each drafting assignment, please follow these submission requirements. You're going to rename the assignment. Okay. And I really don't want you to deviate from this format, okay? So let's say we finish assignment number 1, okay? When you're going to save it, you're going to have to rename it. So you're going to rename it as AET 123, 123, okay? Your first initial, no, that's your first initial, that's last name, and then assignment number 1, for example, okay? Then you're going to create a folder named AET 123, drawing assignments, in your documents or wherever you can get to them easily, whatever drive you're going to be using. Okay. All right. So you're going to create that folder, and then you're going to create a PDF of the assignment using CAM Scanner. Okay. And CAM Scanner allows you to make PDFs or photographs taken using your iPhone, your Android phone, or tablet. Okay. The basic account is free. Okay. And I've provided you to the CAM Scanner website. Has anybody used CAM Scanner before? Has anybody used CAM Scanner before?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, but that website should help you. Okay, so now once you have made a PDF of the photograph using CAM Scanner, okay, you're going to save that PDF to the AET 123 drawing assignment folder, okay, and then you can upload it to DTL, okay, using the appropriate submission link, and we'll cover that later. Okay, I've already talked about the quizzes. Questions?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Nate. I don't know if you remember me, but I was in.
I do.
So obviously, I have a good idea on what the assignments are.
Sure.
Get started, and if I finish within like a week early, am I able to submit my assignment?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not going to penalize you for knowing what to do. No. Okay.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Okay. Any other questions about that?
Actually, yes. How do we, so for the part 1 drafting assignment and part 2 drafting assignment, is that on paper or is that going to be on the computer?
Okay, good. That was a good question. Okay. Part 1, the manual drafting assignments are all on paper.
Okay.
Part 2 is all Google SketchUp. No. Part 2 is actually like a hybrid. You're gonna have two assignments that's manually drafted, and then the second part of that is going to be the CAD portion.
Okay, and do we find these assignments, like do we click on it and we'll take it straight to the assignment, or?
We're gonna navigate through that in a moment, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going a step at a time. Okay, so where are we now? Okay. Did I skip? Well, yeah, I skipped past the course syllabus, but I'm just going to open it up again. I've covered most of it anyway. Course syllabus here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I skipped past the course schedule, so let's look at that. The AT 123 course schedule right here. Let's look at that. Okay. The course schedule, is divided into weekly segments. Okay. Pardon me. So here we are here at week 1, okay. 111, okay. Class introduction, cover drafting equipment and drafting techniques, complete the video quizzes, and start the lettering exercise. This is our plan for this evening. Then on Wednesday, we plan to start the first drafting assignment, the official one. Okay. Line types and scales. The lettering exercises that we're going to start today will be due on Wednesday. Okay, so this is where you can track, what we're working on and the due dates required for each assignment. Of course, on next week, week 2, the college is closed on Monday for holiday. Okay. And we will continue with assignment number 1. Okay. So you can see what's happening here. Okay. Week 3 is assignment number 1. Continue. We're going to start it on the 27th. We're going to start 27th. We're going to start the geometric construction, and of course, assignment number 1 is due at the midpoint of class. Again, I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway with this one, okay? But the subsequent ones I will not. So you can follow through this weekly schedule. Look at what we're working on, how we are continuing to work on it, and when each assignment will be due. Okay? It takes us to week 1 to week 15. Any questions about the schedule?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Excellent. Okay. Let's look at the communication plan together. Okay. Communication between you and I. Okay. My main role here is to act as a facilitator, right, to guide you through this learning process to the content of this course, right? So each week we will start off with a detailed announcement to prepare you for the class. Within the announcement will be a Zoom meeting invite link so you can access the meeting. The announcement will include any instructional videos you're required to watch to aid in completing an assignment. I will post the assignment at least 1 day prior to the scheduled class, if not sooner. You should read these announcements daily, okay? Here's an important issue here. You should be checking your Deltec email onto your course at least once, okay? So you don't miss any emails and you don't miss any announcements. Okay, we'll talk about the discussion lounge a little bit later. Okay, it's my endeavor to respond to your emails within 24 hours, okay? Friday, and then we talked about this before, that if I receive an email after 4:30 on Friday, I will try to answer it by noon on Monday. the following Monday. Pardon me. Okay, I'm just going to say I'm going to try to be on top of my required grading to make sure that you receive a grade at least at maximum 1 week out from when the assignment was due. All right. So that's my responsibility. Okay, down to you. You will read the weekly announcement carefully by no later than noon the following Monday to ensure you understand expectations for the week. Okay, all right.
And you said you generally post those a day before.
Yes, I'm probably going to do it. That's what I'm shooting for right now, a day before. Okay. Okay. So for class on Mondays, I'm going to post that announcement on Friday. Okay. That'll help you. Of course, we only have 1 day between Monday's class and Wednesday's class, so it would have to be Tuesday. Okay. All right. We're just maneuvering through. Okay. Because we're all in this virtual environment now. And of course, there's always issues that arise, problems, okay, that needs to be resolved. So this virtual support center would be a great aid to you, okay? If I can't help you through a particular software problem, okay, then you have access to this virtual support center, and they can give you help when I can't. So don't be afraid to use them. Okay, and these are just some tips for distant learning. Okay. You can just read these at your leisure. Don't know how I got all the way out, but that's okay. I can get back in. Technical resources also to help you here, technical resources, okay? Yeah. And some student services resources. Okay, so all of these has been added to this course to their aid to you, okay? So I would take advantage of those services as required. Any questions about that? Okay, well, I've talked enough, so for right now, don't want to bore you to tears. So let's go back to okay, so you know a little bit about me. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a chance to speak, okay, and tell us a little bit about yourselves. Okay. You know, it's kind of hard to make. I've taught this course so many years face to face, and this is a different challenge for me. Last semester was my first time teaching it virtually, so this is my second opportunity. But I really enjoy teaching face to face, hands-on students. But we're going to try to make it as personable as we can. All right, let's go back to. Let's talk about the equipment that we're going to need. So let me see if I can share my screen with you.
You have school, Daddy?
Yeah, I'm in there right now.
Now, hopefully everyone can see my screen. Okay. Now, I want to ask you a question. Okay. How many people are prepared to draft tonight? How many people?
I am.
Yeah, that's one.
I can. I'm waiting on my drafting table, but
Okay.
I have a nice flat surface to work with.
Okay.
I would be prepared, but I didn't know that we needed all those things. What does line paper work?
Okay. No. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. Let's talk about what you're. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what we do, and then we'll figure out how we're going to proceed forward with this evening. All right. We all can do this together. Okay. Let's go. Let me. Let's go to contents here. Contents. Okay. All of the assignments will be located in the learning materials module. So let's open up learning materials. Okay. Let's go to weeks 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, we're going to look at the general drafting information, okay? Right here. This module introduces manual drafting tools and stated drafting conventions using instructional videos, okay? After viewing each video, take the corresponding quiz located in quizzes in the table of contents. So let's look at that together. Let's open up this module here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do together, okay? You're going to watch this video here, the tools of an architect. You're going to watch that video, okay? Good. And then after you watch that video, you're going to go down to, over here to the table of contents. You're going to come down to video quizzes. Okay, and then you're going to take this video quiz that is associated with that video that you just watched, okay? So you can take the quiz, okay, good. Then you're gonna go back, general drafting, and you're gonna watch this, oops, let's go back to, okay, oh, still in videos. Go back to learning materials, pardon me. Learning materials.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to go back to, then we're going to go to general drafting equipment. Be confused. Okay. And then you're going to watch this video, how to use drafting equipment. All right, how to use drafting equipment. And then you're going to go to video quizzes, and you're going to take that video quiz. Okay, do we understand that?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
this is what we all should be doing right now, watching those 2 videos and taking the video quizzes.
Mommy, what did you bring? Plant? Mommy? No. What is it?
Hello, I'm going to ask everyone to.
Hi, I'm Doug Patton. Tools of an architect. Students use computers and we couldn't have imagined back when I was in college. But they still
Hello?
used physical tools to make things I use today. I've been
Hello?
asked a couple times to go through tools that I use to do work
I'm going to
I do.
ask everybody
So
to
here
mute
goes.
their background.
In my
Thank you.
drafting drawer, I've got adjustable triangles, large and small, and regular triangles that I almost never use. Center stuff. I've also got my lettering triangle, lettering guide, and eraser shield. Hanging on the side of my desk is my electric eraser, which does a great job, although it'll go through paper quickly if you're not careful. In my giant art bin, I've got lots of graphite pencils because I love to draw. I keep some old pencil sharpeners in here.
Excuse Mr. William.
Yes, sir.
I just finished the tool. I just finished the quiz for the tools and of an architecture. Yeah, you're going to look at it, right? Are you going to look at it? Because right now I gotta. Assume, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I think I understand your question. You're asking me, am I going to look at the quiz results?
Yes.
Yes. Because you have an issue, right?
Yeah, I got a 0 and
what is your present grade?
Okay.
What is your present grade?
Is 0%.
Okay. And you've completed it?
Yeah, I just type in the.
That's because it's not grading automatically. I have to go in and manually grade it. So that's why it shows 0 right now. Okay?
Okay.
All
No
right.
problem.
Okay, everyone. I want to take a moment now to talk about the drafting equipment. Okay, the drafting equipment. Okay, so now I'm back here at my announcements. Okay, items to be purchased from the Stanton Campus Bookstore. Okay, T-Square. How many people have ordered or have already purchased the T-Square?
I ordered one, but it's not here yet.
This is not here yet.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I have one. I just got to.
You have one? Okay.
I have one.
Okay, you have one? Good. All right, so.
I do not have one yet.
Okay, okay. All right, so let's just talk about the T-Square. All right, let's talk about that. Let me share my board with you. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see my board here. Okay. Okay. This is a T-Square. Okay. This is the flat surface of my drafting board that I'm using, and of course you're going to need a flat surface to use a T-Square. Okay. Now, when you place the T-Square, the edge of your drafting surface, right? That's going to allow you to make horizontal lines. Okay. Horizontal lines. Okay. So let me just show you a little bit, right? So you're gonna place that T-square against the edge here, right? And you gotta hold it tight so that it's perpendicular. Now let's see if I can get a piece of paper here. Okay, I'm gonna get it a little bit higher. All right. So in every case, this is what you're going to do. You're going to align the bottom with your T-square in place and holding it tight. You're going to align the bottom of your join medium. You can see that. Right? See what I'm doing here? Here's the bottom of my paper, whether it's 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17. Okay, you're going to align the bottom of sheet against the top, the leading edge of the T-square or your parallel bar if you're using a drafting table. Okay? So I'm just going to take this down for right now. With its holding it perpendicular here. Okay, good. I'm just going to take the top. Okay, so I just take the top and I'm taking the bottom, and you see how I'm taking it like this, right? Good. Okay, good. So the issue here is to align your joint medium to the T-square or your parallel bar. Okay? Good. So that's how you're going to do that. So let's talk about the drafting kit. How many people have purchased the drafting kit from the bookstore?
I have.
Good.
I have too.
All right. So
I have also.
Excellent. So those of you who have the drafting kit, would you please begin to open it up for me? I'll tell you what you're going to need.
Okay, so I ordered mine, but it's not here yet. It's the same deal
I understand.
as the
I
T-square.
understand.
Okay.
But now you see how I use the T-square to align my joint medium to it. That's what to do. All right. So now let's talk about the other tools. Let's see. That's crazy. Yeah.
You're my sister. Okay, sister, let's cook some.
Okay. The drafting kit. Now, with the drafting kit, let's start with. Let me make reference to another place here. Let me go to contents here. Content. Let me come down to course resources. Okay. Course resources. And then here I want to be at student drafting kit purchased from bookstore. Cool. Now, okay. Within the drafting kit here, we're starting with the medium mechanical pencil. Let me tell you what that looks like. Show you what that looks like. There we go. There we go. It's focusing, all right? This is your, I need you to get this out. This is your 0.7 millimeter mechanical pencil, okay? Okay. It uses 0.7 millimeter lead, okay? Here, okay, good. If I depress the top of it, it releases the lead at the bottom. Okay? Oop, there we go. I just depress the top, and the lid is extended. Not when I extend it all the way up. Cool. All right. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need to have this 0.7 millimeter mechanical pencil. Okay. We're going to be using this right away. Okay. Let's see. All right. So what's next? Okay. Within that kit, you should have a tube of 0.7 H, 0.7 millimeter H lead. Okay. Okay. Mine says 2H here, but you should have zero point 0.7, right? 0.7 millimeter. If you can see that, yeah, 0.7 millimeters. Mine says 2H, but you should have H as well. Although we are really going to need to use a 2H 0.7 millimeter, but the kit is supposed to have 0.7 H lead. But this is what we're really going to need, 0.72 H lead, okay? Which goes into the 0.7 millimeter mechanical pencil. This is awkward, but it's okay. All right, good. Now, what you're going to need next is the drafting lead holder. Now, this happens to be 2 millimeters, so the lead is thicker, okay? Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. All right, this is your lead holder, okay? So you're definitely going to need this, using this at the beginning of class. Okay? Now, it's just like the mechanical pencil, okay? If you depress the top of the lead holder, okay, it releases the lead at the bottom, right? See, I just depressed it and the lead was extracted, okay? So that's how we're going to do that. Okay? Again, this is 2 millimeter, it holds 2 millimeter lead. Okay? Lead holder, we're going to need that. Now, you're also going to have to buy 2 millimeter H lead from the bookstore. Okay, 2 millimeter H lead. If you don't have that, you're going to need that.
Is there a difference between H and HB?
Yes. Okay, let's talk about that. HB is a very soft lead. It's not very good for drafting purposes because of its softness. Okay, so our range wants to be, in terms of for drafting purpose, about 3H to H. Okay, now let's talk about these lead types. We're using graphite leads, and the less graphite that the lead contains makes it harder. Okay, makes sense. The more graphite it contains makes it softer. Therefore, 2H lead, okay, is harder than H lead. But we don't want to go to HB because that's too soft. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. So we're going to need 0.7 2H lead for a mechanical, 0.7 for a mechanical pencil, right? 0.7, right? And then we're going to need 2 millimeter H lead for our lead holder. We're using 2 lead types, 2H lead and H lead. Hold on a second. Let me make my life a little bit easier. Cool. All right. Here we go. Good. Now it's gonna make it a little bit easier. All right. So next in the kit should be a sandpaper pencil pointer. It looks like this. Yep. You won't need this right now, but let me tell you how it's used. It's used to sharpen or bevel the lead of a compass. Okay. This is a block of sandpaper here. Okay. Right? You won't need that for right now. Okay, so now I can move faster. All right. Then you should have two erasers. Okay? Okay. Two erasers. All right. Let me ask a question. How many people have a pink pearl eraser? A pink pearl that looks like this. Sorry for it being so grungy. Does everybody have a pink pearl eraser?
I do not.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So now, no? Okay. Did you say yes or no?
No. I'll be able to.
So that means you have two erasers. One is this brownish color, right? Now, if you look at the it says here that it's a plastic eraser, okay? And it's used for a plastic film medium, okay? We're not using plastic film medium, we're using a paper-based medium, vellum, okay? So you should have another eraser that's white like this, okay? And if you look on the package, it should say for paper or plastic. Okay, paper or plastic. So this is the eraser that we should be using for to erase lines on vellum. Okay, right. So do not use this one. It's for plastic. Use this one. It's for plastic or paper. Okay, good. And then you should have in your kit what's called an erasing shield, which is this thin metal, piece of metal here, okay, with openings, right? Of course, you know what it's used for. It's called an erasing shield because let's say you had a complex drawing and you wanted to erase just a minute area of what you're drawing, right? So this allows you to erase lines and circles, and okay, and that you want to erase and shield the other lines or shapes that you do not want to erase and shield. We'll use that. We'll need that. Okay, good. Now, within your kit, you should have three scales. Okay. One is a silver scale. One is a metric scale. we're not going to use neither of those, okay? We're going to use an architect scale, okay? So when you look at the architect scale, it's the scale that has fractions at the end. You have fractions, 1/8 of an inch here, and 1/4 of an inch on the other end, and so forth, okay? And that's about, okay, one inch equals a foot, okay? So this is what you're gonna need for throughout the course, architect scale. You will not use the other scales, okay? All right. Then your kit should have some triangles. Okay. This should have what I call a 45 degree triangle, okay? And when I rest this against my T-square, everything tight, okay? I can use this triangle, pardon me, to draw vertical lines at 90 degrees, or I can place it against my T-square like here, and I can draw lines, getting that T-square tight, okay, at 45 degrees. Cool? All right, good. So this triangle allows me to draw lines at 90 degrees or at 45 degrees, okay? All right, and then you have another triangle, okay, which is a 60-30, okay? A 60-30 triangle, okay, good. So now, as I rest this against my T-square, right, like this, okay? I can draw, of course, 90 degrees. And you're getting a hint here that we use the T-squares to draw vertical lines or lines that are angled, okay? So I can also draw a line that's going to be, let me do it this way because I think it might seem better, okay? I can draw a line here at 60 degrees, okay? Or I take that triangle and I put it against the this orientation. Okay? See, I'm holding that T-square tight, right, against the edge here, right? And then I'm holding this triangle tight against the T-square. Good. So now I can draw a line at 30 degrees. Right? Good. So 60, 30, okay, and of course 90. Okay? You're going to be using both of those. All right. In your kit also is a dry cleaning pad. This one has it. Okay. It looks like this. Dry cleaning pad. Okay. Cool. Now, this little sack here contains minute erasing particles, okay? So this is kind of it helps you like when you're at the final stages of completing an assignment and you're doing final line work, right? Primary lines, right? Okay. What a lot of JAS people do, person sit. Okay, they just take a kind of pat these raisins over the surface of their joint. And what that does, as you move this T-square, up and down, okay, it provides another added layer of protection against the bottom of the T-square and the surface of the joint, and it keeps it clean. It should never be used to erase lines. It's not the purpose of it. This is a cleaning tool, not an erasing tool. Okay, I'm gonna stop there for a second. I've been talking a while. Are there any questions so far about the tools?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
So you buy this kit from this bookstore in Stanton?
Correct. The cost of the kit is about $35. And it has everything that I'm talking about contained in it tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
I also had a question about the paper.
Mm-hmm.
That paper from the library. Is it like a reason? I don't want to like step on your your teaching, but is it like a reason? Is it that exact type paper? Like the 11 by 10 you said?
No, it's 11 by 17.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. I can only say that this is what the program decided upon as a medium drawing size for these initial assignments for AET 123.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So that was more of a department decision than an individual.
And another question I got is like, since I'm like new to all this, I don't have like I have like nothing for this class, so I'm gonna start purchasing tonight.
Okay.
And, I just wanted to know if like that'll like mess up my grade from any like upcoming assignments because I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
No, it's not. We always have to work around these issues. They occur even face to face. These issues occur. Okay, it's easier face to face because if people didn't have what they needed for the particular class, I would simply supply it to them until they could actually purchase it. But we can do that virtually. So work around it. But you will not be penalized. But I would try to get these equipment, these tools as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Another question before I continue? Okay, good. In the kit, you're going to have a protractor, but we're not going to use that. Okay. And of course, in the kit, you're going to have drafting tape. Drafting tape is specifically suited for drafting, manual drafting. Okay. You never use masking tape because masking tape is too tacky. Okay. Drafting tape just has enough adhesive to it that it's not too tacky. So I always use drafting tape, but never use masking tape. And you saw how I used it, right? I used the masking tape to align my drawing medium to my my T-square. Right. All right. Okay, let's cover a couple more things. Okay, I'm just going to cover a couple more things. Okay, you're going to need an adjustable triangle. Let me show you what it looks like to be purchased from the bookstore. Oh, all right, so you're going to need an adjustable triangle that looks like this, okay? Now, the reason why we're not going to use the protractor is because we're going to be using this adjustable triangle. Okay, so this triangle allows you to draw lines other than 90 and 45, because in its closed position, this is a 45-degree angle, and of course, this is 90. But I can adjust it, okay, to draw angles. For example, I can adjust it to draw an angle at 20 degrees. See? So it allows me to draw angles other than 45, 30, or 60 degrees. So this line here, I'm not doing it correctly, but I'm just going to look so you can see it. Okay. So I can draw that line there at 60 degrees. Okay. Adjustable triangle. You won't need this right away, but you need it soon, probably by assignment number 3, which is going to come up pretty soon. All right. What else do we need? You're going to need a circle template, okay? Also to be purchased from the bookstore, okay? The one purchased from the bookstore may look a little different than this, but as long as it has at least this range of sizes over here, it'll be good, okay? Circle template, right? That makes drawing circles easier as opposed to using a compass all the time. Okay?
So the one on the bookstore is it's a 800.
Mm-hmm.
Are these going to be big enough for what we need, or do I need to get a circle template that has bigger circles?
No.
Okay.
The one that's supplied by the bookstore should be adequate for our purposes, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And lastly,
I also have a question about my circle template.
Yeah.
I ordered the Westcott one, and it's looking a lot smaller than yours also.
Okay. Okay. As long as it's in this, can you see my screen? Yes, you can. As long as it's in this range right here, that's going to be good enough, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, can you bring it up and tell me what is the largest circle that it has? Can you tell?
The largest circle is a 1-inch circle on here, so I probably will have to get a bigger one.
Yes, mine is the same as well.
Okay. That should be fine.
I'm sorry?
That should be okay, because we should not be using a circle template, a circle larger than 1 inch.
Okay.
Okay? So that'll work.
Awesome. Thank you.
That'll work. Okay. All right. We're almost there. Actually, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. So let me reiterate as to what you're going to need for Wednesday's class. Okay. So we can get started. I think we'll leave. I was going to start the lettering exercise tonight, but I want us to do it together, and I would like for you to have this equipment, okay? Now, so let's start with the pencil, okay? Okay. All right, so what you're going to need, okay, you're going to need this 0.7 millimeter pencil, okay, and you're going to need 2H lead for it. So 0.7 millimeter lead, a mechanical pencil, and 0.7 millimeter 2H lead. You're going to need that because we're going to start using this mechanical pencil with 2H lead in it, okay, immediately on Wednesday, okay? And Wednesday, we're going to talk about line types and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, but this is what you need, okay? So what do you need? 0.7 millimeter mechanical pencil with 0.7 millimeter 2H lid. Okay, good, you need that. Then you're gonna need the lead holder that holds 2 millimeter H lid, okay? So you don't have 2 millimeter H lid in your kit. So you're gonna have to buy that separately from the bookstore. Because we're gonna use this mechanical pencil for our line work. We're gonna use this lid holder and this lid for our lettering. Okay, good. You're gonna need the architect scale. Oh, something I forgot to mention, okay? You're gonna need the brush. Okay? You're gonna need the 30-60 triangle, okay? Okay? Because it's larger and that's gonna help you, okay? At the beginning here, okay? Or you're also welcome to use the 45. You're gonna need the eraser that's used for paper or plastic, medium, okay? You're gonna need drafting tape. So just having these tools is going to help us move through the lettering exercises. Is that cool?
Do we also need the vellum sheets for Wednesday?
No, because here's what I'll tell you. We're going to be doing there's a possibility that we might finish the lettering exercises and move into our first assignment. My suggestion, if you can pick up those packets from the library, I would just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay. What else? Can I think of anything else? Okay. All right. Any questions about what you're going to need for Wednesday?
No, but can you, what's the email if I get the packet?
You're kind of breaking up and I can't understand.
What is the email for the school so that I can get the packet?
Oh, okay, good. Okay, let me make reference to that. Let's go back to my announcement. If you go to my announcements here, right?
Yep.
My welcome one, it tells you right here. It gives you the Stanton Library mail address as well as the phone number if you desire to call ahead.
So I can't walk in and get it, Mr. W. I have to literally send them an email. I can't just walk in there and go get it.
You know what? It was really restrictive last semester, but they've loosened up the requirements, because last semester you can even walk. They had to deliver it curbside, but at present they've changed their policy, right? Okay, you arrive at the campus, you will enter through the front entrance wearing your mask. And you have to answer a few COVID screening questions from public safety. Okay. You know that you're going to the library to pick up the AET 123 packet. Okay. Now, whether you have to, I would definitely call the library, because their hours are kind of weird. Okay, so I would definitely email them or call them to make sure that they will be open, so you don't arrive there and they're closed.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay. Any other questions?
I just wanted to make sure you have my name on your list.
Who am I talking with?
Jason Wajardo.
Yeah, Jason, I'm sure I do. Let me just check that out real quick. I got stuff scattered everywhere. Yes, I do. You kind of came in late, right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. All right. So yes, I do have your name, and I'm going to mark you present. Okay. So Jason, for you and who was the other person that came in late? Xavier. I want you to just introduce yourselves to the class and tell us a little bit about yourselves. Okay. Starting with you, Jason. Starting with you.
I'm Jason. I'm in my late 30s. I haven't been to school in like almost 10 years. Architecture is always something I wanted to do when I was a kid, but I got away from it, and I went into got my degree in business instead. But everything that's going on, I just wanted to get back to what I originally wanted to do.
Absolutely. What you had a passion to do, right? A passion to do.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Xavier, would you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Xavier, and I'm 18. I'm from Philly. Came here this year. It's my first year in Delaware. Growing up, I always had a big passion of creating things, from like houses to buildings to like landscapes. So that my dad told me that was a job, career, and he introduced me to architecture. And ever since, I've been wanting to become an architect, and I was like elementary.
Wow. Awesome.
That's pretty much it.
Thank you, sir. All righty. This is all that we're going to cover for this evening, okay? Now, please make every effort to have the tools that we're going to need for Wednesday's class, okay? I know some of you may not. We're going to have to work around that somehow. Again, if I was on campus together, I could just give you the tools that you needed to get you started, but I may have to work out something, okay? I may have to work out something. If you know that you will not have this equipment before Wednesday's class, 5:30 on Wednesday, okay? Please email me, okay? And what I'm going to try to do is to gather basic ones that you're going to need just to get through these initial lettering exercises so that you can be on board with everybody else, okay? So if you know you're not going to have the equipment, email me and let me know, okay? Prior to Wednesday's class, okay? So hopefully, here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. Email me tomorrow. And that'll give me a day to gather all of the equipment and try to get you to, you would probably have to come to the Stanton campus to pick it up. But that's all that I can do. Does that work for some of you?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
All righty. All right, gang, with that, I think we're going to end this session for this evening. I don't want to belabor it, but I do want us to be on the same page. All right. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to end this session for this evening and see you guys on Wednesday at 5:15. All right.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
We'll see you Wednesday, Mr. Williams.
Okay, take care.
Have a
Thank
good
you, sir.
night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Okay, good night.